Hello, good evening. Welcome to the business segment of News 360 with me, Edward Kwabi. Let's settle down on our stories. Now, President Mahama has inaugurated the second phase of the Sono-Nasogli power plant in Pum. Now, the 360 megawatt plant is expected to meet 20% of Ghana's electricity demands.
The Sono-Nasogli thermal plant is a Ghana-China project executed by the Shenzhen Energy Group Company Limited, China Africa Development Bank and Sono-Nasogli Power Ghana Limited. President Mahama on Monday inaugurated the second phase of the project, which consists of two 180 megawatt plants. This is expected to meet electricity demand by some 20%.
The completion of the Asogli Phase 2 will be further augmented by VRA's Pung plant and many others, and put us on course for the 5,000 megawatts targets that I have announced.
Phase 1 of the project has so far supplied over 5 million megawatts of power since the project began in 2007. Chairman of the China People's Political Consultative Conference, His Excellency Yu Zhengsheng, says China is committed to supporting Africa to become an economic leader.
China will provide $60 billion of funding support in the coming 3 years for the 10 cooperation plans with Africa. China wants to help Africa to address its 3 development bottlenecks of inadequate infrastructure, lack of professional and skilled personnel, and funding shortage, so that Africa can realize sustainable self-development.
The Sono-Nasogli plant, when completed, will have a total capacity of 560 megawatts.
Let's do some more business stories, because the CEO of Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Marina Trevor, has challenged companies in the private sector to submit entries for the Ghana Club 100 ranking. At the launch of the 15th editions of the awards in Accra, she said the ranking encourages high performance and transparency in doing business in Ghana.
The Ghana Club 100 is an annual compilation of the top 100 companies in Ghana to give due recognition to successful enterprise building. Companies making it into the club are to serve as role models for the private sector and provide a forum for corporate Ghana to interact with government at a high level. Eligibility criteria for this year's awards are that all entrants must be limited liability companies, and for companies with government interest, government share ownership should be less than 50% unless they are listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange.
And businesses who wish to be considered for this prestigious award are requested to submit the following documents: audited accounts for 2013, 2014, and 2015. Secondly, a 125-word soft copy of the company profile and logo. And then finally, a hard and soft copy of the CEO's passport size picture.
The Ghana Club 100 companies are ranked using 3 main criteria, namely size, growth, and profitability.
Size, and size here is measured by turnover. The second criterion is growth, and growth is measured by the 3-year compound annual growth rate in turnover. So size 40%, growth 30%, and profitability also 30%. Profitability is measured by, again, 3-year average return on equity.
There will be other awards for the leading companies in each of the strategic sectors, which include agriculture, services, information and communication technology, infrastructure, petroleum, tourism, health and education. This year's event is on a theme: manufacturing steering Ghana's development.
The chairman of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, Yu Zhengsheng, has paid a familiarization tour of the Jospon and Zoomlion group of companies. Now, the tour was aimed at deepening ties between Ghana and China.
Relations between China and Ghana began more than 50 years ago. The two countries have since enjoyed mutual bilateral relations, both in the public and private sectors. Jospon Group of Companies is one company which has benefited substantially from this relationship through technical and financial support.
I only want to urge the management and the staff of Jospon Group to stand up to their obligations and their commitments to the Chinese people, so that the Chinese companies and the Chinese people that they are dealing with will have more confidence in more Ghanaians. It is only by so doing that the friendship that has been established between Ghana and China by our forebears over 50 years ago can yield result and be sustained.
Welcoming the Chinese delegation, the executive chairman of Jospon and Zoomlion Group of Companies, Dr. Joseph Siao Ajapon, said the evidence of benefits from knowledge and technology transfer from China is overwhelming, adding that their capacity to assemble waste and lightweight trucks in Ghana is direct result of their partnership with China.
This plan started in the year 2003. When I went to Italy to buy a truck for waste management business, and when I got the money I have was able to buy only one truck. So I got the idea to visit China, and that same money that I went to China, I bought 10 trucks. So the idea was then I'll bring China to Ghana.
The Chinese leader commended the executive chairman for his initiative in setting up the assembling plant.
And thanks for doing business with me, Edward Kwabi, on News 360. Do log on to tv3network.com for more news.